Plo Koon, please? Alright, so Plo Koon belongs to the species Keldor, who hails from his species' homeworld, Dorin. He was also apprenticed to a Wookiee Jedi named Tavoka. He was also considered to be very wise, and he was a gifted pilot that even Anakin Skywalker gave praise to. He, like every member of his species, when he's in an oxygen-rich environment, he was required to wear a breath mask that covered his nose and eyes. The mouth and nose area filters the poisonous air, and the eye covering stopped their eye fluids from evaporating. It was actually Plo Koon that discovered my favourite character in all of Star Wars, Ahsoka Tano. While the two weren't partnered for Master and Apprentice, they did maintain a very close bond. Plo Koon achieves the rank of Master and he gains a seat on the High Council. This is where he's seen in The Phantom Menace witnessing Anakin Skywalker's assessment. A decade later, and within that period of time, he is Master to Bultar Swan, who herself becomes a knight just before the eruption of the Clone Wars. Speaking of the Clone Wars, Plo Koon was one of the 200 Jedi that appeared on Geonosis to rescue Anakin, Obi-Wan and Padme, kickstarting the Clone Wars. He then became a general and commanded the 104th Battalion, where in the first mission that we see him in the war, he is on the search for a separatist vessel known as the Malevolence. Plo Koon's ship was attacked and destroyed by General Grievous' secret weapon, forcing he, Wolf, Sinker and Boost into an escape pod. And while they wait for their rescue, Plo Koon shows his compassion towards his clone troopers when they believe that no one is going to come and rescue them because they're clones and they are meant to be expendable. Plo Koon responds with, "Not to me," and then later they are rescued by Anakin and Ahsoka. He's also seen taking part in the Battle of Felucia, assisting in the capture and arrest of a young Boba Fett for trying to take revenge on Mace Windu for his father's death, Jango Fett. And he's also seen leading a fleet to Lothar Seiyu to rescue the strike team that was there to rescue even PL. Fast forwarding to the Jedi Temple bombing, Ahsoka Tano was accused of being the culprit, where Plo Koon just did not believe that she had any involvement in it. Then after she was cleared of all crimes, he watched in sadness when Ahsoka chose to not return to the Jedi Order. Sometime later they received a distress signal from the ship that once belonged to Jedi Master Sifo Dyas on the moon of Obadiah. Searching the crashed vessel, he found his lightsaber. He then contacted the Jedi with his findings, where Jocasta Nu confirmed that he died on Felucia trying to build a treaty between two tribes. Sifo Dyas' body was never found, and this led them to discovering Dooku's role in the creation of the clone army. Plo Koon was also involved in a meeting discussing the assassination of Count Dooku, where it was agreed that Quinlan Vos was nominated to complete the task. Unfortunately, Vos fell to the dark side, and this led to Separatist forces winning a bunch of battles because of his help. Vos was then brought in, where he lied about not really falling to the dark side, when it was later discovered that he actually did fall. Mace Windu then proposed that he be executed, which Plo Koon supported, but it was decided not to after Vos returned to the light. And then we reach Order 66. On Cato Nemoidia, he was on a patrol flight where Order 66 was given, and he was shot down and killed by clone trooper Jag. Hope it helped.